Fireworks, fireworks, fireworks. Oh, Lang Syne. Welcome to the Bible Study Girl podcast. This is Sarita. You probably know me as Bible Study Girl. And the first hello was from the executive producer of this podcast, Bible Study Brother.
Oh my God. I'm surprised that I took away your opportunity on the Christmas Eve episode to make some noise. I see what you were going to do now. Crackle, crackle.
It's a special occasion. Listen, if it's a special occasion, it's a special occasion. Oh, I should have said gunshot, because that's what people be doing.
Jesus. Firework. It is I, Bible Study Brother, but I'm also known as Icarus Gray over at Gray Area Anime. The most wonderful podcast of your day is this one, along with any of the things within this podcast network that we have. And go and listen to They Say, a single from my upcoming album, Gray Matter, on all your streaming platforms. Just put in Icarus Gray and They Say, and it'll pop up. Similarly to how my sister is about to pop up and tell you about these blog recaps.
Yeah,
which we're not in today.
Yeah, we're actually not blog recapping today. You didn't hear my gunshot, firework.
I did hear your gunshot. Gobble, gobble.
My old Lang Syne. What's up, people? It is I, Bible Study Girl.
Yeah, it's you.
I'm
trying to be me.
I'm trying to be my brother. It is I, Bible Study Girl, and it is New Year's Eve.
Indeed.
What are you guys doing tonight? Maybe you are out
if you're
partying with friends and family. You
y'all
might be
at
going
watch night. That's where y'all at.
Yeah. No. Well, yeah, the people that listen to this probably at watch night, but I don't think grandma got watch night, but I know for sure mama at watch night. And my bestie, these are the three people I know that listen. And my bestie, she ain't going to watch night. I don't even know if she gonna listen to it, but she ain't out in the streets. Like, to New Year's Eve, sitting in this house. So wondering what you guys are doing. I know for years and years and years, my New Year's Eve tradition was going to watch night service. Then I dipped off in them streets with my cousins. And one New Year's Eve, I was the ball drop. I was the only sober person in the room, but you wouldn't know it because I was the ball drop. I did the countdown. Y'all welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Oh man.
My cousin, I think she asked me like a couple years ago, like, you gonna be the ball drop tonight? Girl.
Yeah.
Not tonight.
She asks you almost every year since you dropped the ball.
I think since the first time that I was the ball dropper.
It is requested.
She wants it every year. And if I am around her today, I'm sure she's gonna ask me to be the ball drop for New Year's Eve. And I might oblige her. Depends on what kind of mood I'm in. So we're taking a smooth departure from our blog recap, and we are firmly into our New Year Eve countdown. Bible Study Brother, can you tell me some of the highlights of 2022 for you? Anything that stands out? Any super great memories or even challenging things that you've encountered this year that you're glad you're getting to put in the rear view mirror, my friend?
Had a successful colonoscopy, and there were no bad reports.
All right.
I'm very young, so this is very weird. I had my older friends making fun of me. They're like, "Oh man, I'm not there yet. I hadn't had to do that." But that's a success. I got to see you guys this year. That was amazing. After not seeing you guys in person for like 6 months. Well, no, I got to see you guys twice. So I've seen you twice by now. I'm back home, but I've seen you twice. And that was refreshing and good because like all my memories are the good memories of Christmas, even though like you were saying, or of this holiday season. And New Year's, probably the same. Watch night service, like when you are, watch night service was always scary to me.
Was it?
Here's why. When you are living on the edge of sin and not knowing about your relationship with God, you be feeling like, all right, am I going to get you've read Left Behind. You feel like in the middle of 11:59 to midnight, everybody in the church is gonna get raptured up, but you.
And you'll be the only one
and
there.
You're gonna be the only one there, and you go like,
and it's just piles of clothes everywhere.
Yeah, it's just piles of clothes everywhere, and you like, I didn't do what I was supposed to do. Now, so I was like, this ain't it for me. I don't know about this, but clearly there were other times where it was like amazing. I remember one New Year's.
Okay, you didn't went into the watch nights. I asked you about 2022, and that's
2022. My bad. Yeah. Okay,
and then we can get into your watch nights
I'll
get
after this. I'll get back. Yeah. So that happened. We've defeated some things that tried to come into our home. We defeated them again. They are eradicated and will never spawn from anywhere ever in life. I will never encounter this again.
Found a church home.
Mm-hmm. And we are finding our place. We are finding our place there. Finding, and that feels good after being an assistant pastor, for a while, which is still weird to me as something that I was like,
weird to me too, bro.
I did not know this was a thing that was happening until I'm looking at the program for my church. It wasn't even something that was like announced. It was just something that was. So those moments, and being in a better relationship with God to see where all of my creative and original design is going to take me. So that was my 2022. How about you?
Thanks for switching the question back up to me. Here's the thing about me. I didn't really... okay, I'm going to share this story. So the reason I asked you that question is because me and my really good friend, like growing up, we always did an end of the year recap. We would go from January all the way down to December on New Year's Eve and think about the things that had happened in the year, because so much stuff happens in a year and you're like, that's crazy. That was just this year, and so that's why I lobbed the question at you, because like, okay, Sarita, what has gone on in 2022 that you're thankful for? Any good, positive memories? I started my new job in 2021, but I didn't really get to clicking really, really well, I don't think, until this year. So that has been one great thing that has happened for me. I was blessed with my job opportunity. It is a highly sought after job. And I'm reminded of that every day when I have people on different platforms talking to me privately, trying to get advice from me. And I'm always just like, and I shared this, I think, in the previous episode, and I'm always just like, well, this is what I did, but I don't know. Like, it might be wrong, but this is just what I did. Because I think I know for a fact, a lot of times people tailor their resumes and do all those things. And I didn't do all those things. The Lord literally handed me this job and was like, you want it? Take it. It's yours. And so I think 2022 also has been a year of me
accepting your gifts and putting them in practice.
I was just going to say that. Yeah, accepting my gifts and being more confident in who God created me to be. And I'm not going to be like everybody else. And that's the point. Like, He made me to be uniquely me. I tend to have a tendency to want to blend into the background. Stand out for what? Like, just let me
Salt is a prominent seasoning, dear. You are the salt of the earth.
I am the salt of the earth. You're right. And so are you, my brother. But indeed, I think I've spent 2022 being more aware of the fact that, hey,
you wanted to be paprika.
No, paprika stands out. Like,
it stands out in color, but you don't know paprika is there unless somebody
you don't know the taste. You're right. I don't ever be like, tastes like paprika. Good point.
Listen, your brother is I be forgetting about my cooking gifts until we talk about this. Like, he did give me that.
He did give it to you. So I've spent 2022 delving more into just accepting my tastes like paprika.
Saying no one ever.
Right. So now we're going to say it all the time.
Yep.
Hilarious. Good thing to go into 2023.
That's gonna be the. Don't ask me what a secret ingredient is, because I'm just gonna be like, "Ooh, it's paprika." I bet you it's paprika.
Because we do play the secret ingredient game. Like, can you guess the secret ingredient in my
Mm-hmm.
pound cake? I didn't think so.
Oh
Anyway,
God, I
it's
still want to
paprika.
know. And the one that knew is gone on to glory. I wanted to ask her. Oh, I should have asked her in my dream.
She might respond. So, other positive things that have happened to me in 2022, I think we just talked about it, but really like accepting it. This is what you want me to do, Lord, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it full speed ahead. And what happens. So that's been an exciting thing that's happened for me in 2022. I've gotten to see my family in person a lot more in 2022. You know, we're coming out of COVID dread and COVID precautions. I'm thankful that we were able to spend Thanksgiving and Christmas together and really just fellowship and have a good time and love on one another in a way that we have not been able to do for the last couple of years. So that's one great thing. Spending time with you and Kanae over the holidays definitely has been another great thing to happen for me in 2022.
Because
Kind
she
of,
missed me.
huh?
Because you missed me.
Yes, I did miss you. Uh, this is completely I'm gonna go random. I did miss you, and
How random is you gonna go? Go ahead. Let's see what this randomness is.
And I've said this several times before, but you know who else really missed you? My house, man. Things are back in order now
Oh my God! No,
because of your because
no.
because of your height. We thank God.
You about to make me break the fourth wall.
Don't break it.
Mm,
Keep it closed up, my brother.
all right.
So that is definitely another positive thing. Family. We're
Yeah,
all family and we
man.
got to spend family together time. Let me think. Um, it's easy for me, I think, personally, to get stuck in the bad things and the negative things. And so I'm trying to focus on the great things that have happened this year. But this year has been jam-packed. It's been full of secrets and surprises. Full of secrets and surprises.
So,
Unexpected things that I didn't want to happen. But I'm gonna prophesy over my own life.
girl, you had me. I don't know what that could mean. I'm like, oh Lord.
What this year has been full of secrets and surprises. I'm
Mm.
talking about in
Yeah, yeah,
regards
yeah,
to my
yeah, 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 yeah. No, I got where you was at now, but when you said it, I'm like, girl, look, I ain't claiming that.
2022 was full of like secrets and surprises, but I'm prophesying and testifying that my health will be well and
Your health is well.
yeah,
It's been claimed.
that my health is well. So that's what I got for 2022.
Now that we talked about this 2022 year, now I want to talk about New Year's and what that has meant to us. Tell me, and I'm going to let you go first, about your
Let
experience.
me go ahead. Now, the Bible study mama said she didn't want to be in the podcast. Did you hear her creeping in here?
No,
You see,
I see her. No, I see her. I see that.
She was wait. She
Nope,
was
don't you do it. Oh, now you.
wait.
Oh, no, no,
No,
no, no.
listen.
Is she getting her phone to
She was
get on
getting
the
a
pod?
charger.
Okay, I was
My
gonna be like, we
charger
gonna
is
fight.
in. She came in here with the church finger and the whisper, like, "I need your charger." Okay, go ahead and ask me the question, brother. So
Always
Bible
for the
study
fight.
mama is here. Say Happy New Year, Mom. Okay.
She didn't want to fool with y'all today. God will talk to her about that later. I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Okay, so your question. I'm focused now.
My question was about, your favorite like New Year's Eve, New Year's memories, and like watch night service type stuff too.
So what you chose violence today. You want me to start crying. Okay, I'm gonna say this. My New Year's Eve memories for the past, I don't know, like since I moved back, I've been with my cousin Tamika. We would always go to watch night service. Sometimes my bestie would come with us. I actually have a picture of all three of us at watch night service. I still have the shirt that I wore in the picture. I have to ask my bestie, girl, you still got this shirt? So, I'm a straight up Jesus girl. So we would go to watch night. And the last watch night we attended was during COVID. So my church actually filmed watch night before the actual watch night. And so I don't know, it was in the middle of the week, but me and her were actually able to be together. And I remember she was saying, I almost didn't come because my head is just hurting so bad. Like, oh, I almost didn't make it out tonight. And I'm like, I'm glad you did. So we had a really good time together at our last watch night ever together. But who knew it wasn't on watch night? Because I was also kind of in these streets as well. Because on New Year's Eve, I was laid up with a man. But I had already been to watch night though. But that's the thing, because I had already done the service.
See, this is what for the new year. This is what we're gonna stop though. We're gonna stop qualifying our sin. Like, but look, guys, I came and I checked in on y'all. Read the scripture today,
But actually, I was with you at watch night. Like, you was playing. I had went to sleep on you, but you was preaching. You was preaching at watch night, and I was there virtually.
You know what's crazy about that sermon? Like, that sermon, given what was going on at that time,
right?
There was one loss. There was one loss. But that sermon, I promise, I'm gonna have to do. I haven't gone back and listened to any of my sermons. I think I've sent them all to you. I think they're all in our folder or something. I think
they
are. If I go back and listen to that one, or actually no, that one might not be. I don't think that one is. But it's somewhere. Anyway, the point.
I was there on watch night with y'all. My phone was, but I was asleep because Anyway, Also, let me. So growing up, watch night for me, we always went to church. New Year's Eve, there was not a question. We would be there for watch night service. Thinking, I do know, like I said, my friend and I have the tradition we would go and talk about the year from January up until December, just kind of like recapping all that would happen. We got this tradition from going to church one watch night. They had us write a list of things that we wanted to get rid of, that we wanted to be done in our life. And so we all burned that list on watch night. And so that is a tradition I carried for years with my friend. We would burn our list of things. So okay, Lord, I'm tired of this. I'm sick of this. I'm done with this. Even though it wasn't something we did in church every year, we just did it that one year. We carried that tradition on for years. And for years, I would write out a list and be like, Lord, these are the things I want to be burned up. I want to leave them in 20 or whatever year it was. I want to leave them in this year. I'm done with that. I'm crossing over to a new year. So I do know one New Year's Eve tradition we would have as a family as we got older, is we would all meet up after watch night service to drink non-alcoholic cider together. Our uncle.
You missed the inception of that tradition. Because I'm gonna tell it to you. So the first time we did it was 2007, and the only reason it was 2007, only reason I know that because we were still in the apartment, and we did it with Miss Bell and Joy at the time, because it was me and Mama, and we found the strawberry, the strawberry. There's a strawberry beverage that we have not since been able to find, that we only found copies of every game, because we were telling Sarita no, you needed this. And so I remember it was the three of us after watch night at our home church, and we had cut.
It was the four of y'all. If it was you, Miss Bell, Mama.
Oh yeah.
Enjoy. Yeah.
I get in my head, I'm already subtracting.
She gone on to glory now, so that's why you took her out.
And so, I remember because I cut the strawberries, we all were there and had the drinks together. And then, that following year is when we introduced you to that beverage.
Right.
And it was just oh, no, we got to have this every year. And so then.
And now we can't find it, which is upsetting.
Yeah, it's one of the saddest things in the world, because it was bomb. It was bomb, original Canadian water or whatever they call it.
Clearly Canadian,
Clearly
my brother.
Canadian. Yeah, I always call it Canada water. That's what I used to call them. I remember that. But yeah, so that's when that tradition started. Like I
And we
really
also
remember.
would go. I mean, we had years growing up where we would go to our uncle's house for his chili
Oh yeah,
on
for
New
sure.
Year's.
Yeah, prior to I think, and now as you saying that, that reminds me why he is always so adamant about, "Ooh, I made
Come get this
chili. Come get
chili.
this chili."
Yeah.
But speaking of chili, because this was my watch night memory, I remember one time at, and I will never forget this. Please let it be true. I'm pretty sure it's true, but like one one watch night, they had us after we was done. They had Wendy's chili
It's
and
true. I
crackers
remember that. And
and
potatoes.
oh my god, it
It's
was
true.
the best. Like I said, oh, in my mind, I was like, yeah, we can do watch night every year. If I get this, we can do it every year. Because it was, I promise y'all, I don't know what it was. Like Wendy's chili is pretty good. After making my own, I know it lacks a bit, but like, oh, it touched my soul that night. I ain't gonna never forget that.
It was everything you didn't know you needed
Yeah.
it to be.
It was so good that I literally was sitting here like, man, this is probably a fake memory. It was too good for
No,
that to
no,
be
it's a
real.
real memory. I think our food memories tend to be pretty on point. We have very strong food memory receptors, receivers. Like we're gonna embrace this food memory. So if food is involved in the memory, brother, I'm gonna say it's probably legit. Now you know I will challenge your facts every now and then, but
You
that's
are a
that's a
fact
true memory.
challenger.
I am a challenger, so that's a true memory. I think when I think about New Year's, I'm always in the mind of like what's to come. And it makes me think about the I don't think I didn't have the party on New Year's Day, but I did have a party at the big top of the year. Not this year, but a couple years back where we did the vision boards. Bible study brother was not on board with the
I was
party. He thought it
not.
was so dumb, but he
I
came
did.
anyway.
I did. I'm
Because I
glad I did
always
now though.
I always want to go into the new year with like new expectations and like, you know, it is really symbolic. It's not, you know, I don't know. I want to start off on a clean slate and like what are the things that I see before me and like trying to articulate it in a way that kind of helps me set my mind on the course that it needs to go for the upcoming year. So do you have anything that you have your mind set on in 2023? Anything that you are wanting to work on or pursue or any new challenges you want to take? Not in a New Year's resolution way, but just like, okay, we're turning over a
Oh
new
yeah.
leaf of the page.
So let me take the wheel now, because this is easy. First of all, making you an ant. That is prime and in my sights. In my God, I'm claiming it. Like there will be an announcement or something randomly on this podcast of like mission
God bless you.
accomplished. We're on the way.
And see, the things that you do to make you become a father, those are the things that let me know that the Lord don't want me to be single because I enjoy those things. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be an uncle. That being like firmly on the road of home ownership and understanding like where God wants us to be and what He has for us in regards to home ownership is something where we'll be. Because currently, like in praying with that, like I don't know where He's gonna lead us or how He's gonna lead us to the house. Uh, I know that now it's just like kind of trusting Him and He'll start showing the way. All of turning the leaf on creativity and being in a place where I'm not hampered by the burden of success in the sense that it's like, oh, it's just going to be so overwhelming. Like I have a God that nothing is overwhelming for, and I walk with Him. I do not walk alone in doing these things. So I'm claiming, being away from self-deprecation in a way that hinders creativity. Album is coming out or will be out, and then I'm immediately after the album working on a mixtape. to
Okay.
keep music going. That's something that he pressed on my heart about a week and a half, or almost a week ago, at the juncture of the recording of this podcast. So I am just in a place of using my gifts to the fullest extent, and that's where I'm going to be. The shift of not allowing time to just pass and I not use my gifts to their fullest capabilities. I have rest in the Lord. I don't have to worry about burning out because He'll let me know how to maneuver. I don't have to worry about mistakes that are going to be made or could be made or whatever, because He'll correct them and I'll get back on the path, because I know that through my relationship with Him in this new year, things are just going to make spiritual sense. They might not make sense to me sometimes, but it's going to make spiritual sense. How about you?
Well, I'm going to say that 2023 is a year of new beginnings for me. It is a year of really leaning and trusting in God. I spent a lot of 2022 trying to, I almost want to say like rebound, to like kind of get centered again and come back to myself. And so I expect 2023 to be a year that the Lord blows my mind and that I walk in obedience with Him and I quit fighting Him and just lean into what He has for me. And I don't even really know specifically what that looks like, but that's kind of the thrill of the journey. I don't have to know what it looks like. I can trust that wherever He gonna take me is where I need to be and really where I want to be, not where I would take myself. Because I'd be jumping off and just doing random stuff. But I see 2023 being a year that He blows my mind. And He blows my mind because I'm being obedient to Him. I see 2023, like I said, being a year of new beginnings, a year of hope, a year of anointing.
Just smack.
You burnt yourself?
No, I smacked my hand on my mic and did it again in explaining about that.
What
Good
happened to
God.
you? Um, So yeah, I know you see your baby, you see your house. I don't have specific things that I see. I'm just leaning on His promises and I'm excited to see what the year brings. And I'm
Oh,
also,
I forgot one, but keep going.
and let me say this too, I honestly wanted to shy away from, ooh, this is what, I see or what I believe God can do, because 2021 was unexpected. But you know what? Actually, my pastor preached a sermon at Watch Night service that I attended, and he preached a sermon, and that sermon was so on target with what my 2021 was. I didn't recognize it at the time, but I should go back and look it up. But if you go back on BibleStudyGirl.com and do December 31st, 2020, December 31st, 2020, you can read the recap of that sermon. It was banging, it was on point, and it really truly told me what my 2021 was going to be.
What happened to your sermon recaps? This is just random. Are they gonna make a reprisal? Like what
Yeah,
happened?
they're back. I mean, they're coming back.
Yeah.
They've been back-ish, but yes, sermon recaps, all of it. In 2023, I see Bible Study Girl fully operating in her gifts and being obedient and writing a blog post every day.
Thank y'all. Oh, calm down. She was gonna listen to God. Y'all listen to Experiencing God. Or wait, no, you haven't.
Yes, they have.
That's next.
Oh, they haven't.
They haven't
But
listened. Listen, we're breaking the fourth wall here.
we've been some busy beavers over here, guys.
We've been working.
We've been working. But I see I see 2023 knocking down a lot of walls. And I will also say this. I do realize and recognize that when God places something great in you, you are going to face obstacles. And Satan is going to be like, look, I don't want you to go on. Not to say that every obstacle I come up against is Satan. Some of those obstacles I come up against is from the poor decisions I've made. But I see like I keep saying, 2023 is a year of new beginnings and me being obedient to God. Period. End of story.
I forgot. I'm also going to be on stages, so we are all going to be on stages at some point but like the stages are gonna grow bigger. The fans, the people that are out there is gonna grow bigger.
You
Which
talking about for your
means,
music? Amen.
I mean that, but I also mean it. I know that in knowing me, you'll know everything that is part of me, and when this podcast is also a part of me. So
that's true.
it's like
I'm thankful that your gift is going to carry the Bible Study Girl podcast to different audiences. Thank you for being out there rapping, brother.
It's going to be the both of us, but I understand what you're doing, and I am negating it immediately. I will be in places, that you don't necessarily have to go, but then you'll have to go on your own. Like I see us having, ultimately, and I'm just going to prophesy on this podcast, guys. I see us having conferences and Bible study conferences for y'all. I see, me coming in and doing a performance for you guys to get you off your feet. Cause sometimes, there are a lot of you who love sway music. Don't
tell them what it is.
I'm not. It don't necessarily always hit for me. If you know what sway music is.
Don't explain.
I grew up on Kirk Franklin and New Generation and Fred Hammond and all of them folks. And therefore, when I raps and I do my positivity, get like God inspired, but just positive tracked music, I do it with those things in mind. So I can see me performing for you guys to give you a little jolt and just get you like, oh man, like wow, God is so varying and unique, and he exists in ways of like, woo-wee, that's cold. I like that. So,
and that's why I like to talk to you, brother, just to tap in and see where the Lord is leading you.
I see all of that for us.
I've told you where the Lord was leading me, but we're gonna see. I'm just gonna lean into what he told me, the thing he told me to do now, and then just whatever he told me to do now is what I'm doing. So yeah.
So I just see all of that coming into into huge relevance in so many different ways. Mostly because God has prepared us for travel. Has prepared us for this. It's something we enjoy, and why not give us the ability to travel and show the light? And he's still going to allow us rest to be able to eat good food and experience God in all his goodness in these places that we go, but we're going together. So pack your bags and prepare yourself.
Happy New Year, brother. I might be out here somewhere while y'all are listening to this, being the ball drop. Mind your business.
I am in the house. Well, maybe we just left church. I don't know necessarily what the church is.
Well, at the time people listen to this, because it drops at midnight. So at the time people listen to it at various times during the day. Just know that my intent will be to go to watch night, but I don't know what that's going to look like for my church this year. But I will be at watch night. This will be my first year solo dolo if I can't get my cousins to go with me. So,
I mean, you can get them. And you gonna get them. But anyway, y'all, we never got to do you have none of the other New Year's? Oh, the ball drop was yours, right? I didn't get to talk about mine.
Yeah, what was your favorite? I think the ball drop is the thing at my funeral. Y'all not gonna talk about it at my funeral, but every New Year's Eve from now, if I transition on New Year's Eve, you are going to think about me being a ball drop. Ain't you?
You know what? Well, listen, I was there, but do I remember you being a ball drop?
You don't remember? No. There's a video.
I actually think we probably made it. Am I there? Am I in the video? Because we might have made it after you ball dropped.
You might have made it after I ball dropped, but I was the literal ball drop. And so, no, you weren't in the video because I was the ball drop.
Yeah. No, I mean, you can hear, if I was there, you can hear my laughter somewhere. I don't recall, being aware or being there. So
when I go to Glory, you ain't gonna be like, on New Year's Eve, you ain't gonna be like, I remember that time she was the ball drop.
No, I'm gonna remember what a certain gentleman, had me do it. Like
we don't even have to talk about it.
That's what I'll remember.
Now, that is the one I definitely got. I was so mad that New Year's Eve, and I was like, "That's why I need to be."
Like when I entered into a New Year's tradition that I had never thought was cool or whatever, which shows where my mind
fireworks.
My fireworks.
Nine,
pew, pew, pew.
7, 6,
so
5, 4.
And this is also when I'm like trying to like New Year's is probably the worst for me in terms of the holidays.
Is it?
Like, cause I wanted to be out, and then when I finally got out, the year that I got out, I wanted to be out with somebody. I was like in the club, and it was just not.
It wasn't it.
It was not it.
You wanted to kiss somebody at
yeah,
one.
I wanted
Happy
all
New
of
Year.
those things.
Yeah.
So that's why. Oh, I do remember a special New Year because it was the first New Year, or after New Year being married, I think, and. I remember I got to sit outside with my sweetheart because I didn't want to go nowhere. She wanted to go and see people and do stuff. And maybe we did it the first year or the second year. I can't remember. But one of the years, like I think it was the year that that the fireworks went off. That we had to go somewhere with her work friends, and I was
y'all were party hopping that year.
It was not like I didn't want to be there. I was in a spot like, you know what? I'm just gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. That day was crazy for me. I had a cup of that purple stuff, or it wasn't purple, but I had a cup of lean before I even got there. I was in the trenches that day, living out a gangster rap video for everybody to see. And we went and we hung out there, and I didn't want to be there. I was so ready to get to the Cuzzo crew party because this is like when we had started having these Cuzzo, like
I mean the Cuzzo
it wasn't the start, but we had some like prior to, just like
it was our first New Year's Eve bash.
Because Pat had moved a couple years prior, and when he moved, he was like, "Oh, it's up. The Little Rock crew is here. We together." And so we started to hang out a lot of times, and it would be like we would do New Year's stuff. We would have like everybody would go to church, but then it would be like, all right, time to have a party at Tamika's apartment. And yeah, it was wild, man. I think I have better memories like now of like little small things here and there and things that we would like do. Stuff that we would do. Like I loved our watch night would, like I said, it freaked me out. It doesn't freak me out anymore though, but it did at the time.
You don't think you're gonna be the only one left behind?
No. No. I'm telling you, man, I was like so
that
scared.
Is hilarious.
Like I'm telling you, like but when you get taught from fire and brimstone, right. Like, and especially like we went through Y2K. Like Y2K had me shook. Cause it was the end. The end is near. Like I was like, I don't know. Like I was doing my own research. I was like, I was so thankful later on to find out that we are in end times, but like not in the way that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, cause that was a whole thing. I was just like, man, I don't know. He said that everybody would know. And I don't feel like we all know. Like I feel like some of y'all feel like I don't feel like it's that. So I feel like once I'm like, yeah, it's it. It might be it. But no. We were supposed to lose all connection to the internet we'd only had for 6 years at this point, and it was our everything. And
even more so now.
Oh man!
So long story less.
That's
long,
crazy
guys.
To say that there and to be like now, like then, bro. We is what we had to wait on to get on the internet. But anyway, yeah. So, but now
I'm story less long. Also, big shout out to you guys. Thanks for hanging with us this whole entire calendar year. There's been a new episode of the podcast every Saturday, and you guys show up and you show up. You show up big.
And you show out.
And you show up and you show up big, and we appreciate it. We pray that even if your year has been tumultuous, that there is a new, brighter day on the horizon.
Brighter day.
Brighter day, brighter day.
Brighter day,
What are your New
brighter
Year's
day.
Eve traditions? Would love to hear it. Would love to
Yes,
hear how
share
you just
so I can steal some of them.
right. Love to hear how you guys bring it in, or you may not. It just might be another day for you, like a day maybe you get off work because businesses be closed on New Year's Day,
Maybe you
don't they?
celebrate
Some of
Jewish New Year. Maybe you celebrate
right.
Chinese New Year. Like I don't know what you celebrate, but I want to hear about it. I want to hear what y'all
I
do.
do. I definitely. I'm interested. I love to hear people's stories. I say it
That
all the
should be new.
time.
I think at the end of these, something we're gonna bring into the New Year's. At the end, I want you to have a question for the guy, for the people out there to like answer for us, to tell us about it,
Okay,
like to
I
invite you to
love
tell
it.
us more about your walk, so you guys can feel more comfortable. We're always inviting y'all to come on here. We're using the socials. You go to like Twitter at Bible Study Girl, the number 2. You can go to Instagram at _ Bible Study Girl. You can go to the Facebook page, Bible Study Girl. Use our email, BibleStudyGirl2019 @gmail.com to contact us and, ask us to pray for you to come on the show. But you can also use that to, give us your comments on things like, especially like on the YouTube channel. We definitely want to hear y'all's comments and stuff there. Because we're going to build out this BSG community, man. And we're glad to have you guys a part of it. We thankful that you guys are listening. Because it ain't just the wallowing in sin that preaches, but
We preach, guys, and until we meet again, keep
keep
preaching.
preaching.